Shuga SC. I'm from class 8B. I read the book written by Agatha Christie, Cards on the Table. As most of the books written by Agatha Christie, this book was also a crime story. The victim was Mr. Chaitanya. He was a man who gave fantastic and fabulous parties. He was murdered in one such parties that he gave. There were 8 guests and one of them was Hercule Poirot. As the title of this book suggests, the murder of Chaitanya was solved with the help of games of cards. Although the murder was of Mr. Chaitanya, Hercule Poirot solves many cases that was believed as natural death was found out to be murder. Hercule Poirot solves and investigates this case in a rather complicated, twisty and psychological manner. I would recommend this book to all those who like to read murder and detective type story. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Niranjanavi and I am studying in class 8B. Today I'm going to be talking about the book The Village by the Sea, written by Anita Desai. So the author Anita Desai is a very amazing Indian author, and this story is amazing as well as the author. So the story is about the struggles of 2 siblings, Leela and Hari, with their mother very ill and their father permanently drunk. Hari and Leela struggles to earn a living and look after their 2 young sisters, Bella and Kamal. Out of desperation and depression, Hari runs away to Bombay in search and in the hope of finding a better living and a better future. Now that he has run away to Bombay, leaving Leela to cope along with all the situation. Now many questions will arise in your mind. Will they survive? Will Hari find a new job? Will their mother recover? To answer all of your questions, read the book The Village by the Sea by Anita Desai. So I recommend this book to everyone who loves reading factual based stories, which includes family and emotional drama. And in the end, you will have and you will learn a new moral value, which I don't want to spoil, because you have to read the book The Village by the Sea by Anita Desai. So thank you.
Hi all, I am Adityan B of class 8A. I started reading this book of Enid Blyton, Secret 7, well done Secret 7. I strongly recommend this book for the children who love mystery and are curious about adventures and are good at puzzle solving. This book consists of 7 members and 1 secret society. The members of the secret society are Peter, Janet, Jack, Barbara, Pam, Colin and George are the secret members of the secret society. In this book, they are going to find a new meeting place to discuss about their new adventures. And then they found a tree house as their new meeting place. They found that there is an intruder also who is using the tree house. They are curious to find out who is the intruder and to capture him and to know him what is his plans. And they are curious. Will the Secret 7 help the secret society and find the intruder? To find that, read this book, The Secret 7, well done Secret 7, written by Enid Blyton.
Hey guys, myself Arsha Vinay of class 8B, and today I am here with an amazing and heartwarming book of Joseph Reth named Job, the Story of a Simple Man. This book is an autobiography published in the year 1930 and tells us about a man named Mendel Singer who lives in Zakhna in Russia and who is an entirely commonplace Jew. The story revolves around him and his family, containing his wife Deborah, their 3 sons and a daughter. God has given the burden of poverty into Mendel Singer's hand, and being a simple teacher in a simple village doesn't help him at all to get out of this poverty. And to add up to the things and make them worse, his youngest son, Menuchim, falls terribly ill, and he is not even able to afford the treatment for the poor little one. Not even able to afford the basic necessities for his family, Mendel Singer suffers a lot. Well, the book Job tells us all about their story and suffering. The author Joseph Rett was really successful in elaborating the surroundings and helping the readers to imagine more about their situations and helping to understand them better. In the world where we all consider our suffering as the biggest, this book proves it all wrong and tells us about other people whose suffering is more than us. This will help a lot of readers to understand and take the pain as theirs and enjoy a lot. It is really heartwarming and exciting as the pages go on. It is really emotional and superb book. I recommend it to every good readers. And the readers who prefers emotional or old books, it's perfect for them. And I'm damn sure that you're gonna love it. And I really hope everyone reads this book. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Anita Mary British of Class 8B. Today, I'm going to talk about the book After the Funeral. This book is written by Agatha Christie and is a detective fiction. In this book, there's a man named Richard Aberneath who was 68 years old and was a family businessman. He had a son, Mortimer Aberneath. After the death of his son, Richard Aberneath was ill. The family doctor said that he could even live for 2 or more years, but he died. He had 6 siblings: Leo, Laura, Geraldine, Gordon, Timothy, and Cora. Cora was an awkward girl and says strange things at times. After his funeral, the will was read out between the family members by Mr. Entwistle, who was the family lawyer. After the will was read out by Mr. Entwistle, Cora made a remark. "Wasn't he murder?" she asked, but everyone ignored her and everyone was busy thinking about their future. But the very next day, Cora has been murdered in her own bed, and the remark which she made the day before seems so important. Mr. Entwistle approaches Mr. Hercule Poirot to solve the mystery. I would suggest this book to a reader who loves investigative and mysterious books. This book is a really amazing book, so make sure to give it a try. Thank you.
Hello everybody, I'm Tejas Krishna of class 7B. Today, I'm here to tell you about Dara O'Brien's Secret Science, the amazing world beyond your eyes. It's true, I got to learn about the most amazing and extraordinary things that happen in our daily ordinary life. Like how sunlight from many million years ago is traveling you to school, the taste of eating chocolate while holding your nose, and many more. I extremely suggest this book for curious science lovers. In fact, this book is the most understandable book I have ever read because it explains everything in a laughful way. For Dara O'Brien was one of the UK and Ireland's most favorite stand-up comedian and television presenter. In fact, this book was nominated for Blue Peter Book Awards Best Book with Facts 2018. I extremely suggest everybody to read this book. Thank you.
This is Lakshmi. I'm from class 9B KVFS Saklam. Today I'm going to talk about a book named The Sins of the Father, written by a very famous British author, Jeffrey Archer. This is a novel written in a series which named the Clifton Chronicle series, also written by him, consists of 7 books. Only Time Will Tell, The Sins of the Father, Best Kept Secrets, Be Careful What You Wish For, Mightier Than the Sword, Comet the Hour, and This Was a Man. Today I'm going to talk about the series as well as this book. So first of all, I like to recommend this book to all who are just into thriller, suspense, and always curious to know what is going to happen next. Even if they know something, they are very curious that the main lead or main cast should know what is going to happen next, and they should get hint and solve the problems. So I really like to recommend this book to every person. Now coming to the series, Jeffrey Archer himself accepts that he experienced a lot of things by writing this series. In this, he experienced love, betrayal, new places, actually from his hometown Bristol to the New York roads, and then at last to the Russian streets. From talking about this book, so in this book, Harry Clifton, named a Navy person, took his fake identity of his colleague named Tom Bradshaw and got arrested for the first-degree murder. But his love, Emma, tried her best to find him from the prison or anywhere she could, and at last she got to know that he has taken fake identity, and he tries his best to find out what was the reason. And actually, when you are reading, you also think, what was the reason? Why did he took his identity? And that's the curiosity, and that's where you got chills. So I actually recommend this book who loves suspense. Thank you.
Hi, this is Sri Krishnan Daya from class 9B. Today I'm going to talk about a book named The Diary of a Wimpy Kid. This book is written by a Greek personality named Jeff Kinney. He is a famous designer as well as a famous game developer. This book is very entertaining and good for young readers. Although some characters have bad qualities, as long as the children aren't badly behaved or easily influenced, then the book should be okay for them to read. I would like to recommend this book to kids and teenagers, and also to people who are very stressed. This book is about a kid named Greg who is filling his journal, not a diary, of all the misadventures in his life. This book is very reasonable for pre-teens. It shows how a young boy with a big ego thinks he's stuck with a school going nowhere. This book really focuses on all characters and shows how hard a middle school is or can be. It also shows how well they were able to work through any of our problems or us. It's really a great book for young minds.
Good morning, my name is Harish Chipil and I am studying in class 8th. Today I am going to tell you about a book which I read which is known as The Angry River, written by Ruskin Bond. I recommend this book to children who like realistic fiction. Ruskin Bond is an Indian author and he has written more than 500 short stories, essays, novels, including 69 other books for children. This story is about a young girl who gets trapped on a tree in a flood, and she was rescued by a young boy. The grandmother of this girl was sick, so the grandfather had to take her to the nearest town hospital. So the boy also took the girl to the nearest town, and there she found her grandfather. To her astonishment, the grandfather told her that grandmother had died. After that, they received the news that the flood in the island had stopped, so the girl and the grandfather returned home. This book is very interesting to read, and each line attracts the attention of the reader.